I wasn't sure if you wanted to just. Oh, let's see. You